Have a classy date, an important job interview, or you just want to look spiffy? Do you already have that fashionable outfit, but you just don't know how to make it stand out properly? Well, it's easy as learning how to tie a tie. Once you learn the easy steps behind tying a tie, you'll never want to leave the dorm room in a plain ensemble again. And the key to all this is learning how to make a full Windsor knot on your tie. And you're in luck because that is actually what I'll be showing you guys how to do today. And the only thing I'm not going to have access to today that you might normally have access to is a mirror. And a mirror does help because you can see straight on the moves you're going to be making in that hard to see space directly underneath your neck where you're going to make all your loops. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to grab my tie, nothing fancy, just your standard regulatory tie. And the first thing I'm going to do is wrap it around my neck. Make sure the slick side is facing out. The slick side, you want to be able to see that. Alright, I'm going to have two reference points for the tie. The narrow end, which is going to be on my left side, and the wide end, which is going to be on my right side. Okay? And kind of a standard rule of thumb is to have the narrow end about 3 or 4 inches away from your neckline. Okay? And once you have that set, the first move you're going to want to make is to cross the wide end over the narrow end, leaving about an inch, no more than an inch and a half from the very bottom of the narrow end. And from now on, I'm going to refer to the narrow end as the tail because that's the shape it makes. Okay. So I have an inch there from the bottom of the narrow end. I'm going to want to pull the wide end from under through above. I'm going to want to throw the wide end through above and make my first cross. Okay, and pull tight, and then after you get it tight, pull even tighter and take your thumb out. But monitor your tail. Make sure you still have your tail there. It's going to be a little resemblance of a tail. Okay, and take the wide end again, pull it out to the right, and from above, push it through the space in between your neck and the crosses you've been making. Okay, and this is an important step because this is when I was first learning how to tie my tie. This is where I made my mistake. I would want to stack the crosses instead of having the crosses touch side by side at the tops. So my ends at the very top are going to want to touch each other, and then after they touch each other, going down, they're going to want to form a little gap where the tail actually comes out. So just make sure the two ends touch at the very top. That's all you're going to need. Don't stack. Okay, and actually repeat the same step you just did. Pull the tie out. Make sure that the inside part is facing up. And then use your hand as a little stool. Okay, use your hand as a... Oops, it's slipping out. Use your hand as a stool and then kind of a bridge where you can pull your knots through. Okay, I have a little stool right now. The tie is resting on my hand. And now from underneath, I'm going to want to go up through the space in between your neck and the crosses you've been making. And then I'm going to pull the little ribbon I just made above my hand and go underneath that and pull. Just keep pulling the wide end. And you'll see your kind of triangular shape start to take place. Just keep pulling, pull your fingers out. Like that, you should have it. And the thing with the tie is you can kind of adjust it on the fly. Because once you have the resemblance of a shape take place, you can kind of play with it to get the shape you want. I kind of like that shape, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to pull on the tail that I've been keeping in place this whole time. Kind of pull it up to raise your knot all the way up to the neckline, like that. Okay? And there you have it. I just showed you how to make a full Windsor knot, and you can now wear a tie wherever you so please. So from my tie to your tie, thank you for letting me show you how to make a full Windsor knot.